Hey guys, Corey here. Really wanted to take a moment more than just like a photo and some words and say thank you, sincerely thank you to all of you who've reached out and shown me love and your comments and texts and messages for what's gone on the past few days. I'm extremely grateful. I'm sitting here, it's 5:30 in the morning. In all fairness, nighttime seems to be worse dealing with this, but the fact that I got like 4 uninterrupted hours of sleep is pretty big coming from Wednesday night. Actually, longer than that. So I'll try to explain what went down. Wednesday, I think I documented this, was like, and I'm sorry, days are whew, to me. Today's Sunday. Okay. So Wednesday, I had like day 4 of a migraine, and it just was like none of my post-COVID long hauler migraine medicine, nothing was working. I even had to go into, I call the DEFCON 1 medicine reval, that its sole purpose is to knock me out. That wasn't working. So I had gone to work, just couldn't, it not only wasn't getting better, it was getting worse. And on the way home, I was like, we have to go to urgent care. I can't do this anymore. And wife was looking up times for urgent care and realized it was probably less time just to go to the ER. Because by the time I got home, most of them weren't taking appointments for urgent care. So we went to the ER. It's funny, and I know I'm not the only person that does this. You don't realize how okay you've made suffering in something until you have to fully explain what you're suffering and how long you've been suffering. That's where I was. And so I was telling him, I said, it's the my migraine is hurting, and it started here and had grown to here. Now it's about here, just not as painful. Still not really touching it because of the pain. And I don't know what's going on. So, we kind of play the does this hurt game, which is always a lot of fun. And CAT scan, I don't remember a lot of, I know when I got to the ER, once I started saying what was wrong, I was in a bed. Like, I went from triage to straight to a bed. IV, boom. Like, there really was, I never sat in the lobby. I'll put it to you that way. I literally walked in, they saw me, I explained what was wrong. They did a couple of like touching tests and, triage. As they wheeled me back, the ER doc had even stopped to ask me some questions, and other staff members had stopped to check it out too. So that night was really bad. I cried. I don't even know how many times. And when I say times, I mean in those times, full on sobbing. A couple of times I literally cried myself to sleep. And I don't know if I've ever cried like that my entire life, to be very honest. Not sounding dramatic, just being very honest. I think, Damari was worried because she knows me in pain and knows I don't really flinch from pain. So she knew I was going through a lot. They obviously had to wait till the test had come back before they could administer medicine, and I completely understand that. So CAT scan came back positive, normal, I guess, for lack of a better term. I shouldn't say positive. And now this next part, I'm completely knocked out for because of said medication after test was taken. They had given me nausea medicine, which is Zofran. And then, so the whole thing is it's one of two possible scenarios. They're not 100% sure, so they're treating both. Is that I'm just in the middle of the worst migraine I've ever had. And let's be clear, this is now the first worst. But prior to this, the first one, the Worst one I ever had, I was like 23, ended up in the ER. Discovered I do not like morphine because they gave it to me and it made me so irritable I yanked the IV out of my arm. That's a different story for later. And or it's shingles. Because they were like, when did you have chickenpox? I was like 21. I was like, we were told this with every one of our children when they were born, that if they get them, because I was late in life when I had them, I need to move out. Like, not go to a different, like, not isolate myself in a room, like move out for 2 weeks because of the gestation. And he goes, okay. And he was doing more of the touch test. He's like, I think it's also shingles. So the medicine I have is to help with the migraine and with shingles. A couple of nights ago, another bad night, I literally woke up sweating, like sweat through my clothes. That took like a couple of hours. And really, I don't say went back to sleep, really just sort of passed out. Nighttime is kind of the worst because it's a pain thing, and I toss and turn a lot, so I wake up a lot of times laying on this side, and this is just like this. I have to be careful. I think this is, I don't know at this point, because I felt bad for so long. I'm not sure if it's the symptom or the medicine, but like I got to take a couple of seconds before standing up when I'm sitting down, because I will get very lightheaded and dizzy. There's a lot of shaking going on in my hands. I have dropped more things since coming home from the ER Thursday than I ever have in my entire life. I'm not exaggerating that point. My 13-year-old daughter, I asked her, I was like, when have you ever known me to drop anything? Like, I just don't drop stuff. It's not a flex. I just don't. And she's like, my whole life I've never seen you drop stuff. I've broken 2 bowls, dropped ridiculous amounts of stuff, and I don't have my grip strength. So now I'm literally cupping with 2 hands everything that I carry so I don't drop it. And I mean, this was like, I dropped something as of yesterday. This isn't something that's faded. So I'm having to take extra steps. I'm not allowed to drive while I take this medication. Ironically, Monday, tomorrow, is my every 3-month COVID long hauler migraine Botox injections. 30 Botox injections in my face and back of the neck. Not quite sure I'm going to handle that pain, but I also get to meet with my neurologist to carry on the conversation with her. So this is where I'm at. There's some other stuff in here, but nobody cares. But I really just wanted to say thank you for the love y'all show me, and I hope everyone's doing well. One love. I'm out.